Do you know what really happens during a demonic possession? Maybe you think you do. Maybe you imagine screams, twisted bodies, exaggerated scenes from movies. But real cases, documented cases, rarely follow a single pattern. Some are physical, others are mental. Some mix both in ways that even today, no one has been able to fully explain. Today, you will learn about 5 real cases investigated, recorded, and debated to this day. And they are not in just any order. They are arranged in increasing order of strangeness, severity, and impact. Because with each case, something changes. Something becomes more intense, harder to explain. And when we reach the last one, you will understand why this subject still haunts doctors, priests, and researchers. Top 5. The case that inspired the movie, The Exorcist. His real name was never publicly revealed. He became known as Roland Doe or Robbie Mannheim. It all began in the late 1940s in the United States after the death of a very close aunt who practiced spiritualism. Out of curiosity, Robbie began using a Ouija board, trying to communicate with her. Shortly afterward, strange things began to happen. Objects moved on their own inside the bedroom. Beds shook. Scratches appeared on the boy's skin without explanation. During the first attempts of prayer, Robbie reacted with aggression, spat, screamed, and entered fits of rage that did not match his age. Priests reported that words appeared marked on his skin as if invisibly scratched. The most unsettling part was that at certain moments he seemed conscious, at others completely overtaken. The case was followed by several priests until a formal exorcism ritual was authorized. The sessions lasted for weeks. This case was so impactful that it directly inspired writer William Peter Blatty to write The Exorcist, which later became one of the most disturbing films in cinema history. After the ritual ended, Robbie returned to a normal life and never again spoke publicly about what happened. To this day, the debate remains. Was it hysteria, suggestion, or something that should never have been invoked? Top 4. Clara Hermanus Sele and Impossible Knowledge. In 1906, in South Africa, a young girl named Clara Hermanus Sele, only 16 years old, became the center of one of the strangest cases ever recorded. Clara was Christian, studious, with no history of mental disorders. Everything changed after she claimed to have participated in occult rituals. From that moment on, she began to display behaviors that shocked even experienced priests. During religious rituals, Clara claimed to know intimate secrets of people she had never met, personal details, hidden sins, private histories. But the most disturbing part came when she began to speak. According to witnesses, Clara spoke languages she had never studied, including French, Polish, and Norwegian. When questioned afterward, she remembered nothing. She demonstrated unusual physical strength, resisted several adults, and reacted violently to the presence of sacred objects. After a long exorcism ritual, Clara stated that whatever it was had gone away, but she left behind a disturbing sentence: "If I allow it, it can return." This case is still cited today as one of the most difficult to explain purely through psychology. Top 3. Anna Eklund and the most violent exorcism of the 20th century. Her real name was Emma Schmidt, but she became known as Anna Eklund. Her case is one of the most documented in history. Anna began showing symptoms at a young age: extreme aversion to religious objects, inability to enter churches, and violent reactions during prayers. In 1928 in the United States, a formal exorcism was initiated, conducted by Father Theophilus Reisinger in the town of Erling, Iowa. The ritual lasted for more than 4 months. During that period, witnesses reported extreme scenes. Anna vomited strange substances. She refused any blessed food. Her body twisted in ways that seemed impossible without breaking bones. At certain moments, levitation was reported. She spoke with different voices, switching languages, violently insulting those present. The most frightening part, she showed intense hatred towards religious symbols, but between episodes, she cried and begged for help. At the end of the exorcism, after weeks of continuous rituals, Anna reportedly entered a state of deep calm, stating that she felt peace. To this day, this case is cited as one of the most extreme ever recorded by the Catholic Church. Top 2. Anneliese Michel. Faith, Science, and a Real Death. In Germany, during the 1970s, the case of Anneliese Michel became a turning point. She was diagnosed at a young age with temporal lobe epilepsy and severe depression. She received medical treatment, medication, and hospitalizations. Nothing worked. Over time, Anneliese began avoiding religious symbols, claimed to hear voices, and stated that she was possessed by multiple demons. After authorization from the church, 2 priests conducted 67 exorcism sessions over the course of 10 months. The sessions were long, violent, and exhausting. She refused to eat. She performed kneeling exercises until her knees were injured. She entered states of physical collapse. Anneliese died in 1976, weighing just over 30 kilograms due to malnutrition and dehydration. The case went to court. Her parents and the priests were convicted of negligent homicide. This case haunts not only because of its possible supernatural aspect, but because of the tragic conflict between faith, medicine, and human responsibility. Top 5. The type of possession that terrifies exorcists the most. Now, the final case, and it is different from all the others. Reported by the Vatican's official exorcist, Gabriele Amort, this type of case does not involve levitation, screams, or extreme physical strength. It is something more subtle, more silent. As Amort reported, some people are not possessed in the body, but obsessed in the mind. These people do not lose consciousness. They do not enter a trance. They think normally. The problem is that their thoughts no longer feel trustworthy. Ideas of hate appear out of nowhere. Blasphemies arise during prayers. Self-destructive impulses persist even when the person wants to live. In one of these cases, the woman summarized the experience in a sentence Amort never forgot. "He does not command, he convinces." According to the priest, this is the most dangerous type of manifestation because it draws no attention, it does not frighten those watching from the outside, and it makes the victim believe that everything comes from herself. All of these cases are different, in form, in intensity, in consequence, but they all share something in common. Evil does not always scream. Sometimes it observes, waits, and acts where no one sees. And now comes the final question. How many thoughts you have had were truly yours? If this video made you uncomfortable, subscribe and leave a like. And get ready, because in the next video, fear will not knock on the door. It will be born inside your head. Good night.